Boom.
Can't do that right now.
Oh, there we go. That sorted him. Oh, still up. There we go. That fixed him. Definitely a chonk. Definitely a big chonk of a Geth. Need to stop being such a lemming.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Tell
No.
me, Shepherd.
Geth armature. Is that what that is? Yes, that is very large. Oh, it's a Colossus. That's even worse. That's as big as they come. Alright, last one. Come on, let's bring him down. Mora, choppity chop. Fire him up. And can Peter... Nope, Peter's still on cooldown. There we go. Junk punch for the win. Oh, yes.
Well,
Specialist of special agents, eh?
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like
With
Saren?
Saren, yeah. Garrus is your best boy, and you don't even know anything about him yet. He loves calibrations.
you're creating a public disturbance.
It's Heimskar. This is a Krogan.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
Oh. Where is everybody? I can't see what we're shooting at. Shit, where'd this guy come from?
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Don't want to fight you. Don't like time limits. Get out of the way, Rex, you dickhead. He's taking cover behind the shittest cover. Look how many bullets this thing would not block. Ooh, a good explosion. Beep, boop, 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 beep.
And put them into barrels.
That's not a good thing to do, my man.
Isn't that rich? They think that things are stolen, but no, they are right there. They just don't know.
So, some people just want to see the world burn. So he breaks into people's houses, steals their shit, and just puts them in barrels and containers in their house. He doesn't steal it, he just fucks with them. Lift it. Yeah. Geez, that breach protocol works a trick, doesn't it? Holy balls. Precision face punches. Rocks don't explode off the front of the car like cactuses do. Cacti. Oh, yes. Yes, mad tricks. Give me them bonus points. And that's how you make an entrance as well. Okay, why didn't you mention this before?
I knew you would choose to enter the castle instead of staying in the village.
Oh, come
We
on.
needed warriors.
How dare you insult me by asking questions? Well, they sound like they need a fireball. Kaboom. Yes. Hit him, you Wally. That's it. Oh, boom. Nice juicy fireball for you. Kapow. They could do with a nice big juicy fireball. Yes. Ha. Oh, I do love fireball. That's so good. But I get up again. And you're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down.
Connor, I beg you.
Exorcism. Time to do an exorcism. I have come to fuck your shit up. And fix everything. Here we are. In Awakenings, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, get out of here, silly shades.
How did you get here?
Oh, some weirdo threw a weird magic spell at us. Alright, so she's just gonna keep running, and we'll just keep fighting all these dickheads. Gonna get out of the fade, just be flexing on everyone. That's one thing I miss, not having Alistair. Every now and again, he'd just get carried away. He'd be like, "For the Grey Wardens!" You're just hearing it from over in the distance. Yeah, exactly. I will fight with you, but first, let me take a selfie. Come on, talking dude. We should team up temporarily. She is very powerful. Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. This is Nerdedness. I am Shade. How are you doing? I am a little excited to be cracking on with another episode of Starfield, because I've been wanting to get into the DLC for a couple of weeks now since it's come out, and finally we are doing that. We have entered into the start of the content, for which a lot of that combat was really hard. So, in between streams, I have crafted and geared up some good stuff. Also been working on some tutorials for injecting armor and weapons into the game safely and in a balanced way. And in the meantime, been in contact with the original mod author who created and ported across the Pathfinder armor from Mass Effect Andromeda, and now I've been working on a Redux version. This is going to be released very soon, and I think it's looking awesome with lots of different color options. It is balanced, yet still a powerful armor to have in the game. I'm not entirely sold on the helmet look for my character, but I'm going to be implementing a tinted visor shortly as well. But I think it's looking pretty good. But our stats in particular are looking much better. Oh, we need to eat some food. We'll do that in a minute. Where is it? So yeah, we've got much better stats now that I've actually finally crafted up and modified our armor. So we should be a bit more resilient now. And we got a couple of Varun weapons in the last episode, a couple pieces of new tech from the DLC, and we might be using one of those a few times today. We'll see how we go. Let's drink some cola. Let's eat some chunks groat. Oof, groat meat. That does not look like it's been officially packaged by Chunks. Anyway, that's fine. Now, how is our health? It had a couple of things. No, we are fine. Okay. I thought I saw little triangles indicating we had an infection or something, but let's try taking some antibiotics. Like, no, I don't know. Maybe that's a bug. Maybe that's not working properly. Anyway, let's continue. So, I've been faffing around in a few places. We are going back to Varunkai. Back to Dazra. Let's go. So, last session, we stumbled across a family feud brewing, if I could speak correctly, for which two brothers are going to have a duel. That sounds interesting. Let's facilitate the duel? You alright? Yep, okay. Alright, back into the world of Dazra. Jinan Plaza, that's right. Jinan Varun. I've learned a little bit more about some of the history, I think. Now, Nasco Varun has been in power for a while. Jarek is assumed to have passed away. I think. Anyway, we'll confirm soon. Alright, we need to talk to, I think, Danica is her name. So she's the sister? I don't know. And Tabby, thanks for assisting last night with the interview prep. No worries. I'm very glad that the job interview went at least fairly well today. And if I can at least reduce some of the stress and anxiety with a little bit of practice and my take on how I conduct interviews, glad to be of service. Now we gotta wait. That's the hard part. We gotta wait to hear back, and that can take days. Alright, Danica.
Are you ready to discuss our roles?
I guess so. So, what does a second do?
It is our duty to prepare for the duel by procuring weapons and preparing for any ceremonies, as well as ensuring a fair fight. Importantly, we are not expected to engage in any combat, unless, of course, we are staving off an ambush. In short, we are to guarantee that the duel proceeds without issue.
But they aren't serious, right? There isn't actually going to be a duel?
Oh, they are deadly serious. Borhall would have not dared to challenge Amila if not. The Odlum family has held duels in the past. It is something of a family tradition.
Okay, so the Adlam family has held duels before then?
Yes, there was a duel between their two great-grandfathers, I believe. From what Borhall has told me, it began as a property dispute. Their uncle died in a duel after being challenged by their grandfather. He was accused of stealing family heirlooms. History, it seems, repeats itself.
Okay, well this family has an unfortunate and violent history then.
Yes, and it seems that the cycle will continue. Unless you are able to get the brothers to agree to a peaceful resolution.
Ah, maybe we can do some diplomacy. Alright, well I'm ready to get started.
Very good. Let us begin. Your primary duty as Amila's second is to work with the brothers, and see if a peaceful conclusion is possible. Namely, if Amila apologizes to Borhall, and he accepts, the duel may not move forward.
Okay.
As for me, I will be procuring the weapons for the duel, and the materials for the preceding ceremony. Borhall, as challenger, reserves the right to choose the weapons, and he has chosen blades. Do you have any concerns?
I'd rather be shot than stabbed, I reckon. From what I've heard, Amila is a drunkard. Amila doesn't stand a chance against Borhall in a duel with blades.
I will note your concern, but know that Borhall has the final say. If that is all, we will break here and see to our duties. Before that, though, I know that this duel is foolish. I am sorry you got pulled into this. I will try and find another peaceful solution to this problem, should you be unsuccessful in convincing them to call it off.
Okay, are duels commonplace in Varun culture?
Duels were quite common 100 years ago, but have become more rare with each passing generation. At this point, the Odlum family is the only one that still takes part in this custom.
Silly bastards. Alright, so Borhall has the right to choose the weapon. Does Amila have the right to do anything?
Amila has the right to deliver a genuine apology to Borhall, and stop this duel before it commences.
Right.
The odds of him doing so, however, are low. The Odlum brothers, like their ancestors, are stubborn and prideful.
Alright, well, let's get going.
Report back to me when you have spoken with the brothers. We will discuss your secondary duty then.
Okay. Talk to Borhall and Amila. We might throw on our... I have a Varun ambassador suit. Yeah. Thought we can persuade better. Lags every time I switch gear. There we go. Critical damage. Yep, alright. Looking very schmick. Okay. Inside this... Herald's Rest. Okay. So this is some Varun architecture, it seems. Different. Who's the person out here? Underneath there. Ha! There we go. That's how we navigate this weird building. Who's yelling, curse you. Alright.
There was never a time when I was old enough to be allowed to drink alcohol here.
There's a tablet here. Note from a patron. Hard to enjoy a bottle of Koza when this is the view. It just doesn't taste the same without my old friends here with me. I think this will be my last drink before I join them in the crater. Ooh, thank you for the memories. That sounds ominous. They're going to go and do something so they can join their friends in the eternal crater of some kind. So I think that is a bit of a Varun term, like the afterlife or death being going to the crater or something, I think, right? Alright, Amila. When you're ready.
Ah, look who it is. I will not waste your time. I already know what you have come to ask. You wish to inquire if there is any possibility of me apologizing to my brother.
Yes.
The answer is no.
Yeah, I thought so.
The duel shall go forward as planned.
But you're gonna get slapped. You seem eager to die.
Why are you so sure that I will die? I have been in plenty of scraps on the streets, and I am not some sheltered pushover like my brother.
All you have to do is apologize. Why is that so difficult?
He is trying to kill me. Why should I be the one to apologize? Borhall likes to paint me as a ne'er-do-well. But what type of psychopath wants to kill their own brother? It is not fair. He should be the one begging for my forgiveness.
Okay, well, nothing good will come from this duel. What are you trying to prove?
You cannot just turn your back on family like Borhall has done to me. And now he wants to kill me. If he wins, I hope the guilt of what he has done will rot him from the inside out. And if I win, it is justice.
I see. Well, I'd like to ask you some more personal questions.
Fine. But do try to be brief. I would prefer to be alone so that I may enjoy what could very well be my final moments alive.
Aren't you scared of dying?
Terrified.
Okay, fair enough. Do you really think you can kill Borhall?
Yes.
Very short again. All right, why do you refuse to apologize?
Do I have something to apologize for?
Well, sounds like you are a bit of a trouble to your family. What led to this divide between you and your brother?
I do not know. Perhaps him challenging me to a duel has something to do with it.
All right, as your second, you need to open up to me. You aren't giving me real answers.
Correct. You are my second, not my acquaintance. I do not wish to speak of these things with you.
Ooh. Andrasia. We can get Andrasia to chime in, or we can get our empath. Instigation skills as well. Diplomacy skills, persuasion. Ooh, lots of angles here. Let's try empath. I don't get to use that very often, our empath trait. I can sense a deep sadness in you. Do you really want to face the end of your life with this heaviness in your heart?
Huh. No one has ever said anything like that to me before. Or ever cared enough to do so, at least. Go on. Ask your questions again.
Okay, aren't you scared of dying?
Look at me. Really look at me. Do I appear to be someone that has much to live for? If I die, I die. Nothing to be scared of. Except giving Borhall the satisfaction of taking my life.
Okay, be honest. Do you want to die, though?
Maybe it would be better to be dead. There is not much to live for, is there?
Oof.
Especially nowadays. I am not sure that I want to die, but I am growing tired of living. Sometimes it feels like my life has run its course. But I am not just going to let Borhall end me. I cannot give him that satisfaction.
It's all very grim. Do you really think you can kill Borhall?
As in, am I physically capable? Perhaps, if the Great Serpent wills it. Am I mentally capable? I believe so. I have never felt this fury within me before.
Okay. Why do you genuinely refuse to apologize?
Because I am furious! My own brother, I cannot make sense of it. Who would challenge their own flesh and blood to a duel? Damn him! Damn him for putting me in this position! Damn him because I know even if I were to apologize, ending this duel before it starts, I will always see someone who would rather me dead when I look at his face!
That is a lot. Okay, yep, I can understand that somewhat. What led to this divide between you and your brother?
I had a wife once. I'm not going to flatter myself and pretend that I was a good husband, but I loved her. And she loved me. Appreciated me. Faults and all. I never felt like I had to prove anything to her. When I say to you that she was my world, my everything, I am serious. She was perfect. And somehow, she loved something like me. It was like living in a dream every day. Nearly a decade ago, she and I shared a perfect night. In what I had believed would be a lifetime of perfect nights. But when I kissed her cheek in the morning, my lips froze.
Dead?
She was cold. Stone cold. After my beloved's death, I made one bad decision after another. To Borhall's credit, he was almost always there for me. He even paid for the funeral expenses. But he could not stop me from taking to the bottle, no matter how hard he tried. Eventually, he gave up on me. My own brother. His love and understanding has been replaced with scolding. I am truly alone.
Can't expect him to put up. Alive. You can't expect Borhall to just blindly put up with everything you do, driven by grief, koza, which is alcohol, or otherwise, and I kind of agree.
If it were Borhall in my stead, I would forgive him, like a brother is supposed to do.
Would you though?
Family is family. We are supposed to be there for each other, no matter what. I would never have deigned to challenge him to a duel. He cares more about respect, the family name, honor, everything, except for me.
I'm very sorry to hear about your wife.
Thank you. But no amount of condolences will bring her back.
Alright, that was all. Well, it seems you've made up your mind.
Yes, I have. I am ready to fight and to die, if that is what the Great Serpent wills. Perhaps Borhall was depending on me being a coward. Perhaps he did not truly believe this duel would go on. Unfortunately for him, I am no coward.
Let's talk to Borhall and see what he says. Which is the right way, this way, okay. Yeah, family's meant to be there no matter what. Yeah, but if you keep being a dick to them, then they're gonna drop you, which is fair. Let's see. Let's see the other side. Ooh, I kind of like this style. Something different. You don't see this kind of architecture and decoration style in the rest of the game, so that's kind of cool. That's very similar though, but just okay. And weapon. Ooh, regarding inheritance. Borhall, please accept my condolences on the death of your mother. She was a great woman, a model citizen, and a generous benefactor. As you well know, benevolent even in death. She has left a parting gift for you, her firstborn. Oh, she's left a parting gift for you as her firstborn. I do worry how your mother's death will affect Emila. It is unfair, but it falls to you to look after him now. Discipline him and keep him out of trouble. Your mother and father were hard on him out of necessity. They did what they did out of... They did what they did out of love, in hopes to turn him into a worthy heir to the family's fortune. Sadly, it seems they did not succeed. So unfortunately, Emila cannot be trusted with your parents' wealth, and your mother has left all of her belongings and capital to you, Borhall. I understand this may be a shock, and that Emila will inevitably resent this decision, but it was a wise one. I do not let Emila manipulate you into relinquishing any of this. Your mother and father were adamant that it is your money and yours alone. Great serpent be with you in this time of mourning. Right, so he really is not well regarded amongst the family. We can't pick up that axe. Never mind. Alright, borehole, what do you say? And we're going to get back to the main quest.
What is it? I need to prepare.
You should call the jewel off. You'll end up regretting it if you don't.
I will do no such thing, and will feel no regrets in avenging Amila's constant dishonors. I have given him every chance, every credit. I have begged him to turn himself around. But instead, it has been endless years of dishonor and pain. Damn him. I should have known years ago that this would be the only way things would end.
Do you think Amila has a chance of beating you?
Not at all. I have served my time in the military. Amila's condition made him unfit for service. He may put up a good fight, but I will surely be the victor.
Ooh, our soldier trait. What kind of soldier would duel their inebriated civilian brother? There's no honor to be gained by this.
Then where do we draw the line? If selling the remains of your deceased mother does not warrant a penalty of death, then we are living in a contemptible world.
That's true. That doesn't sound great, does it? So if you knew it'd end like this, why didn't you intervene?
Do you think I wanted this to happen? I tried to stop this downward spiral countless times. It was like saving someone from drowning, only for them to leap back into the ocean. Amila refuses to be helped, and he is determined to take me and the family name down with him.
What would it take for you to call off the duel?
There is nothing that could lead me to calling it off. An apology from Amila is worthless. He always falls right back into his old ways. There is no apology grand enough to make up for nearly trading your late mother's remains to fund an addiction. That is inconceivable.
Isn't it against the rules for you to not accept an apology from Amila, though?
It would be, if Amila weren't a habitual liar, deceiver, and cheater. As I said before, an apology from him is less than worthless. He has apologized countless times for a decade, only to continue stabbing me in the back.
Ooh. Alright, well, I'd like to ask you some more personal questions.
No, you are not my second. I do not see how this is pertinent to your duties.
Ooh. Diplomacy. Knowing more about you and Amelia will help me be a better second for him. Come on, man, help me out here.
Understandable. If it is a help to you, then ask what you must.
Do you hate your brother?
I do not hate him. I do not love him either.
Medium.
And I can no longer tolerate him. I am sure Amila will spin a tale about his hard life. But the truth is that he has always been a miscreant and a troublemaker. But when Father moved to strike him, who dove in front of the blows? When Mother would not feed him, who sacrificed their food? It was me. It was always me. How does he repay me? He steals my valuables, slanders my name, and brings dishonor on the family. Any affection I had for my brother is long dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of background issues here, isn't there? So, his parents were pretty harsh on him, and then the brother was the one who's actually trying to help him out his whole life. in your mind, what caused this rift between you two?
The Koza ruined him.
Alcohol.
Once he began living at the bottom of a bottle, everything changed. I am just exhausted by him. It is exhausting to constantly be blamed by him for all of his problems, while always being expected to forgive and help him when he demands.
You mentioned Koza. That's alcohol, yeah?
An alcohol made from goat milk. Amila is absolutely dependent on it, and his wife was too.
Ah.
The damn stuff rots your brain, I swear. He has always been a troublemaker, but once the Koza took over, he went from bad to worse. Now he is just an addict and a thief. I will be putting him out of his misery.
What was your relationship with Emila like before his addiction?
We were never the closest of brothers, as our personalities are just so different. But we were close enough. He was a free spirit, which irked my parents. Honestly, I respected him a lot. He was unbreakable, even though the world was not always kind to him. He was funny, kind, and he always was trying to cheer me up, even if I had nothing to be sad about. The Emila you know now is not my brother. My brother may as well have died years ago. The Emila walking around today is nothing like what he used to be.
Right. Would you be happy if Emila died?
No, Great Serpent, no. I will take no pleasure in his death. However, I may admittedly feel relief. I will mourn the loss of my brother. The brother he used to be, at least. And I will pray that his restless soul finds comfort with the Great Serpent.
Just note he's got tattoos inside his ear. What all have you done? Is this not written correctly? What all have you done to support Emilia through his hardships? What all have you done? What?
I have done everything, and he has left me with nothing. He comes begging for money, so I gave it to him. Then he comes begging for my items to pawn, so I sacrifice them. And then he comes screaming to me that I hate him, that I have done nothing to help him. All of this for a decade now. I would lay by his side every night praying that he would not choke on his own vomit. But in the mornings when I would throw away his bottles of Koza, he would fight me like a monster. I used to take such pride in giving to the community, and in using my privileged position to help the less fortunate in the city. But I can no longer do that, as Emila has taken nearly every cent from me. I have sacrificed my entire purpose for living in the hopes that Emila would get better. And he never does.
I'm feeling the extremity here. Emila feels that you gave up on him after the loss of his wife.
Grot shit! I was by his side for years afterwards, supporting him. I was saddened by her passing, and I cannot imagine what Emila went through during that time. But how many years am I expected to take care of him? To smack the bottles from his hand, to pay the bail when he was caught stealing. I have done more for him in 10 years than he has ever done for me in our lifetimes.
Okay, that was all. Well, one way or another, you won't have to worry about him soon.
Right. I take no pleasure in this. But after today, what he did, he needs to be dealt with. If that is all, you may take your leave.
That's all for now. Lots of weapons here. average bedroom. Let's go look at. Ooh, note from Irara. Hello, I'm writing to express my concern over the bruising I frequently see while examining both of your sons, though especially Amila. I've spoken with the schoolmaster and they do not corroborate your explanation that Amelia has been getting into fights at school. Your constant donations have benefited the halls of healing greatly, and so I am providing a warning where normally I would not. If I see any more bruises during my examinations, I will go to the guards. Right, so Amelia was definitely getting abused by his parents. Bilal Adlam's diary. Bilal, was that the mum or the dad? I've made my peace with Amelia's insolence. That boy was born with a devil inside him and will never listen to reason. No, it is Borhal's recent impudence that disturbs me. I caught Borhal sneaking food to Amelia after his mother sent him to bed hungry. This was the third time I caught him doing so, and for it he got 3 smacks with the rod. He apologized quickly, so at least he is still capable of showing respect, unlike his brother. But this recent trend has grown worrisome. I fear that Amelia's attitude has begun to rub off on his older brother. Ooh, that is pretty damn dark. All of this spawns out of...
Is there a...
yoink.
You cannot defeat?
Yeah, that's still from the rich people. Alright, what's down here? Oh, more notes. A letter to my darling. So is this Mila's bedroom then? 5 years ago today I lost you, and yet you still visit me in my dreams every anniversary. Do you truly love me so much? I doubt I am worth going through the trouble. It was wonderful to see you again, darling. To hug you, feel your warmth, smell you, taste your lips. To see you smile, your beautiful smile, that I thought I would be deprived of forever. But then I woke up. I'm afraid I must ask a cruel thing of you. Please, darling, you must stop visiting me. I am not strong enough to handle the heartbreak of waking from these perfect fantasies. To be ripped back into a cold reality where you are dead and there is nothing I can do about it, save joining you is more I can take. I love you, but you know that already, right? My heart is forever yours. You have ripped it out of my chest. Yep, and there's all the alcohol bottles of Kuza. Meal tray. Alright, well, definitely see... Reading the notes in the lore. Can we say anything else to Borhal?
What is it now?
Nope.
Farewell.
We need to talk to Danica. Voice acting performances are pretty good, I reckon. Danica.
How did you fare?
Not great. These brothers are stubborn and insane. The duel is still on.
As predicted, they have been blinded by scorn for one another. But you may still have a chance to halt any bloodshed.
Yeah?
Listen to me very carefully. Your final duty as a second is to prepare the ceremonial drinks that the duelist will imbibe prior to the duel.
Right.
As you are preparing the drinks, you will treat each cup with this tranquilizer. Borhal and Amila will be too weak to fight after drinking this. This duel is idiotic, we both know it. It is a needless loss of life during a crisis where there is already so much death.
Yes.
And the victor will rue his actions for the remainder of his life. You have one final chance to stop this.
You are placing both of their lives into our hands. This responsibility is not fair.
What is unfair about saving 2 lives?
Are you sure the tranquilizer is safe to use?
Theoretically, this should be safe.
We don't have the skills for chemistry yet. I can't make drugs in this properly yet. What if I dose just one of the cups?
That would be tantamount to murder.
Okay, and why do I have to do this?
Tradition decrees that the second of the challenged prepares the ceremonial drinks. I, as the challenger's second, will lead the duelist in a final prayer. We must follow tradition closely so as to not arouse suspicion. If Borhall is wary of us, he will remove us as second and simply hire others. Right. And the bloodshed will move forward unchallenged.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Very good. Report to me when you are finished. May the Great Serpent aid us.
May the Great Serpent aid us both. So this is where the duel's going to take place, is it? Alrighty. Tranquilize Mila, Borehole, both, or none? Oh, we can choose. Wow. I will say both. Knock them both out. Get them to talk to each other. What if you tranquilize neither of them? Well, alright, let's just see. Must be a few ways this can unfold. Oh, here we are. Fellas? Danica?
Is everything ready?
It would seem so. Everyone's ready, but are you all sure about this?
I am sure. If everything is ready, then it is time to move forward. The time has come. Amila, are you sufficiently prepared?
I am ready.
It is time. Nothing we can do now but observe and hope for the best.
Alright. Jeez, they can move. Oh. I go out the correct door? Yep. Alright, drink the stuff. Maybe if they're drunk and woozy, they can reconcile. And?
To your health, brother.
And may the Great Serpent have mercy on your soul, Amila.
Right. And put the cups up the bum. There we go, packing them away.
What is this? What have you done to me, Amila?
I am affected as well, dear brother. I did not do this. I can hardly see you in front of me.
Yeah. Now let's talk, shall we?
What the hell is this? What did you do? What is this? Sabotage!
This duel was an asinine idea, Borhall. We put a stop to it. There is no use for needless bloodshed at times like these.
Yeah.
We must come together.
Yeah.
Not kill one another.
You traitoress. You betray me. And then you lecture me.
Oh, enough of your grousing, Borhall. Your precious duel can wait. Or are you truly so determined to kill me?
Enough of your taunting. This is not over.
I am counting on that.
Remove yourselves. We must rest. But know that you have only delayed the inevitable.
We'll see about that. Alright, Danica, now what? His idiotic brothers. What are we gonna do with them, huh? Lock them in cells next to each other or something.
thank the Great Serpent. You did it. The tranquilizer worked and you saved them both. Thank you for trusting me.
Yeah, for now. Will they be okay?
What? From the tranquilizer? They will sleep a few days and be fine. I expect. They may suffer a bit, but it is a far better alternative to being stabbed to death.
Yeah. That still wasn't the happy ending I was expecting.
Nonsense. You've made the right choice. Their egos are bruised, but deep down they are both relieved. Come what may, we have narrowly avoided a bloodbath today. If they are stupid enough to try again, we will find another way to stop it. But I doubt that day will come.
How do you know they won't just duel each other again?
I have faith that the Great Serpent will open their hearts to each other.
Of course.
He will show them that the pain from the tranquilizer would be dwarfed by humiliation and guilt, had the duel ended in bloodshed.
Alright, well, I'm glad your plan worked.
Me too. I want to thank you. You trusted me, and because of you, the brothers, my friends, are both alive. They are imbeciles, but better people than they seem. I am grateful for you. Please take this. It is admittedly not much compared to what you would have received if one of them had perished, but can you truly put a price on a human life? You are free to go. May the Great Serpent be with you. Always.
Alright, well, the money we don't really need. We have plenty of money. Okay, so quest complete. I thought it would be a little bit more climactic than that. Alright, we are back to the main quest for Shattered Space. The Promised Broken. So I've become a member of House Varun and now must speak with the High Council to find out what is happening in Dazra. So we spoke to a couple of them up in the tower. Who is... I've forgotten who Ikris or Ekris is. They're not far away. Down through the main street of this village. Okay, Ikris. So that there's the Citadel. I'm guessing we're making our way towards there to find out what the hell happened. What weird grav drive technology experiments were taken. When you're ready.
Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir. And given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor? Vindicator?
Oh yes, Vindicator. So what's going on here?
At the moment, obviously a great deal of nothing. Have the High Council to thank for that. Politics and expedience rarely pair well.
Our Malabor says work on the mourning device must proceed.
Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the scaled citadel.
Yes.
Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
I can imagine that without the speaker to issue clear directions, things have been difficult.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating.
Right, politics and people making plays for power. Not heeding the greater good. But the experiment is still running, so that's interesting to learn. So why do you need... Oh, what is... It says the morning device, but not morning as in morning, afternoon, evening. Morning as in grieving, sadness. Why do you need the council's approval?
The council just so happens to represent the 3 houses under Varun's banner, who are also entrusted with various aspects of running, well, everything.
Right.
Each of those houses needs to contribute something to the project, so the council is the final stopgap. Were the speaker here, he could bypass all of it with a wave of his hand, but, well, you have already seen the state he's in.
But the speaker is a Nasco, right? That's the... Who also therefore appears to be Jarek's son, who is the grandson of Jinan, the founder of the entire faction and religion. Alright, Alright, well... Yeah. I've been here 10 minutes, and the council is already annoying.
I don't disagree, but allow me to impart some advice. Most would consider that disloyal, possibly even heresy. Keep that kind of talk to yourself. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process.
So 3 houses, huh? I doubt they'll listen to me, though.
The first convert in generations. The only one to have heard from the speaker since the disaster. Oh, I think they will listen. House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the speaker. And for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Ooh, astrophysics trait. It certainly has the potential to redefine what we know about the universe.
Yes, exactly. I am glad I am not the only one who can see that. Does nothing to make the loss any easier, but still. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe.
We haven't fought them yet.
These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications.
Yeah, you can create some grenades, I think. Yeah, demolition skill. You had me at explosive mixture.
Well, then allow me to provide you with a few starting samples. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And, depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage.
Sure, we will. Yep. Gained that recipe. Cool. Okay. What do you know about the experiment in the Citadel?
Not enough to have prevented it from happening. If I had any idea it was going to turn out like this, It had been Inasco's primary goal for some time. A way to recreate Jinan Varun's encounter with the Great Serpent.
Oh.
Everything we knew about grav drive technology, every scientific advancement we'd made in the last 100 years was poured into it. Towards the end, I was just so exhausted. I asked for a brief time off. Had I not, I would be trapped in there with the rest of the science team.
Right. That's interesting. I kind of like Inasco's approach there. So the whole thing that occurred, right, with all the arcs, the big ships that left the solar system to settle into the new systems and whatever else, and like I mentioned previously, the ship that all of the founders of House Varun are on just disappeared. In doing its grab jumps through the galaxy, it disappeared and reappeared approximately a year later. To everyone on board, no time had passed. They were just, you know, doing the normal thing and appeared where they needed to go. To the rest of the universe, they'd been missing for a year.
Patience wears thin.
Shush. Shush you. Except for Jinan Varun, who claimed that he had experiences and was spent like an eternity conversing with a great mystical serpent. And so that led to him forming the House Varun, the religion, the beliefs, and everything. I'd like to know how he came up with the need to start a holy crusade and kill everyone else in the universe on behalf of the serpent. But anyway, when he died, his son took over and pursued peace and ended the crusade. But the zealots, the firm believers, continued the crusade.
Say nothing.
And refer to the others as non-believers or non-true believers. So Inasco, who is likely the grandson, is trying to recreate the events to then maybe see, was there a serpent? What was going on? I've heard some interesting theories on YouTube that maybe Jinan had interfaced somehow with like one of the artifacts, like how we get weird visions and stuff. Maybe he got something similar. Maybe he did it not through the artifacts, but through some connection to his grav drive. If you have the serpent religion background trait, you get a buff every time you do a grav jump for a little while, and if you don't grav jump for a while, you get weakened. It's like an addiction. So there is something to do with the grav jumping there. Is the Great Serpent a being, an entity? Is the Great Serpent Jinan's perception around some kind of interaction with either the artifacts or the Unity or the creators? Was he just making shit up? Don't know. Let's see what happens next. Anyway, sounds like you got lucky because this guy bailed because he needed a rest, and now he's not stuck in there and not a phantom and not dead. It sounds like you got lucky, my guy.
I have never considered luck a real factor in anything. Given the state Dazra is in now, I would hardly call this lucky. But I suppose it is better than the alternative. I left the project weeks before the disaster, and at that point, we were nowhere near ready. Some breakthroughs were made shortly thereafter, and they ran the experiment. And here we are.
I really want to know what happened there. How have things been affected by the disaster?
Just look around. I'm sure you have at least some idea of how much we have physically lost. A huge portion of the city is just gone. And those left behind are struggling. Supplies are limited. There is so much work to be done, and we are all just so tired. I hope that eventually we can return things to the way they were, but we must be realistic. That will take time, and I suspect a great deal of it. You seem fine, and yet you say nothing.
Alright, if you've got something that can help me, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Well, fascinating isn't the word I would use to describe it.
I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost...
Yes, we talked about this.
We have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes uneven...
Yes.
These horrors,
yes.
We have managed to collect enough to...
Yes.
Well, they have no...
Yes, we've talked about that. Alright. Unproven technology against enemies from outside our universe? Sounds like a great plan.
I do hope you are not questioning the thoroughness of my research. I assure you, they will work. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And, depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage.
Yes, alright, cool. Thank you. We have the recipe for the new fancy grenades. Oh, we have leveled up. And our mission is... we've got to deal with the 3 houses. Alright, assist Dulkef, Fethal, and Kadik. Alright. And that way, well, let's go to the closest one first, I guess. Something about power for one. Another one needs to supply a scientist, and I can't remember the third one, but I'm sure we'll uncover it. Can we get a little bit of interesting action, though, because we're doing...
House Kadik seems to have remained largely unscathed. How fortunate for them.
Very fancy. Bathe in these waters.
Hello, excellent to see you.
Oh.
I am here if you need me.
Thank you. Let's go inside. We've been doing lots of dialogue and talking. Who are you? Envoy.
If you could complete the path, it gives me more hope for the others.
That's true. So we're the first convert in generations. We completed the path. We became, quote-unquote, Varun.
You can't be serious granting them an audience. This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough.
Vying for power and politics. Hello.
Your focus should be on Rasmus' needs and assisting House Kadik.
Well, that's why we're here, but do you remember what you were doing when the disaster happened?
I was on a walk, nearing Jinan Plaza. My view of the Citadel was clear. I saw the windows flood with light and then a flash so bright, I was forced to turn away. When I turned back, my eyes saw only a swirl of energy surrounding the Citadel and the crater that surrounded it.
Cool.
Until next time.
Thank you. Alright, who have we got here? Razma Kadik.
So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
Ministry of Conjunction, what is that?
The Ministry of Conjunction is one of the 3 government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions. Most of our work is highly classified.
Of course.
Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in.
What can you tell me about House Kadik, then?
House Kadik is one of the 3 noble houses under House Varun. We've a reputation on being the more moderate of the 3. Not as fervent as House Vithal, and not as passive as House Dolkef. We're also largely associated with the Ministry of Conjunction, since I lead the department.
Okay. Well, let's get down to business.
You're right. It's not wise to waste time on pleasantries, especially now. Besides, who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
Okay, so these are the guys who are meant to provide Sahima, the scientist, right? Alright, we need Sahima to help recalibrate the morning device.
I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers, but the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House.
Interesting.
They're being held hostage by zealots, and now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the Zealots to be so bold.
Or stupid. I like killing zealots. I could be up for this. Okay, so why not just tell the High Council?
Because right now, this situation is a matter for the Ministry of Conjunction. As much as the Council thinks it's their business, it's not. At least not yet. They want Sahima.
Bullshit.
And we're trying to produce her.
Yeah, I don't know that you are. How are the zealots able to kidnap her in the first place?
What happened to Dazra was a cataclysmic event. The city may seem in order now, but those first few days, it was chaos. And the zealots took advantage.
Zealots don't negotiate. They tend to kill on sight.
Perhaps the zealots you know. But they were once a part of Varun society. Our relationship is far more complex. The zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Maleen. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
Okay, so the zealots actually have a house?
They had a house. House Maleen was abandoned a long time ago. But there are some who'd want to see it reinstated.
Are they all from the same house? What can you tell me about House Maleen?
House Maleen was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother, Jarek, was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's Crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the zealots you know today, to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work.
They wanted to keep fighting. So, who was Jandar? I'm assuming he was Jarek's sibling?
Jinan Varun had twin sons,
Yeah.
Jarek and Jandar. Jandar fully supported the Serpent's Crusade, and to many in House Maleen, was the best suited to take over for his father.
They wanted to keep trying to kill everyone else in the universe. Okay, well, the zealots don't deserve anything, in my opinion.
Agreed. Which is why I'm hoping you can help. I need you to find the hostages Bring them home, so the Zealots have nothing to leverage, and Sahima can work with the High Council. Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
Yeah, sure. Don't fully trust what she's saying. She could do more. But anyway, isn't risking the lives of a few agents worth it to save the many?
Of course. But the negotiations offered a chance to get Sahima and the others back without putting lives at risk. I saw the chance and had to take it. As demanding as I'd expected the Zealots to be, I fully intended to do everything in my power to bring them within reason.
Okie dokie. Just tell me where the hostages are.
And that is where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima.
Right.
But I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated.
If Merrick knows, how come you haven't forced them to tell you?
Once I made the decision to go through with the negotiations, it wasn't necessary. Now that the situation has changed, well, that's going to be your job now.
I hope you aren't being lenient because Merrick's related to you.
It's not the family name that complicates matters here. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
Right.
Understood.
Why would giving the location jeopardize Merrick's work, though?
The Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect. They'd never trust them or any agent of House Kadik again.
The Zealots took your people. How can you remain so calm?
The people of Dazra look to us elders for strength and guidance. We cannot fail them at a time like this. Don't let my composure fool you, promised? It's neither easy nor something I take lightly.
So you're establishing a relationship with the Zealots.
What better way to surveil a threat? It's important for us to know what the Zealots may be targeting, to stay one step ahead.
Any tips on getting through to Merrick, then?
Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit, perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk.
Interesting. So don't be direct and be persuasive. All right, I'll return once I've learned the location.
See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Right. How do we get there? This way. Lots of pinky metals in this architecture design. Alright, Merrick, you are apparently a bit of a knob. Let's save.
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
What's your turn, boy? I may not be of House Kadik, but I'm the only one here that's communicating with Anasco Varun.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned vindicator who thinks they're one of us now. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I'm looking for a certain zealot base. I think you know the one.
Perhaps you need to lay off the Koza, my friend. You're talking nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous.
Rasma said you know. Oh, no, hang on. That's being direct. She said not to be too direct, didn't she? Well, it's not ridiculous. Rasma told me you know.
Well, you could have led with that. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Rasma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here.
Do you now? Well, it's very perceptive of you. I can see why Rasma is so impressed with you.
Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
You must have put in a lot of work to make that happen.
It's hardly work if it comes naturally. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
This guy's such a fuckhead. Alright. We can cut straight to it. Let's continue the ruse. Of course not. Good work takes time, no matter how talented you are.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know.
Wouldn't a Zealot attack on sight? How did you get close to them?
I see you're familiar with standard Zealot tactics. But it's really all about crafting the perfect scenario to encounter the right one. You don't just waltz up and say hello. It takes a great deal of surveillance and profiling to determine the right approach.
Okay, alright. So it doesn't all come so easily for you?
The work, the strategies, that's all child's play for me. But being with the Zealots is a different story. Of course, it's gotten easier as I've gotten to know them, but it's a mental challenge whenever a new face is introduced.
Okay. I can't imagine how hard it must have been to earn the Zealots' trust.
You have no idea. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The Zealots do have the element of unpredictability.
Oh, and we've lost our food buffs. So you say they're unpredictable, so you know the danger Sahima and the hostages are in.
I was wondering when your own agenda would come into play. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Rasma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
Persuade, manipulate. Oh, we can use manipulation. Got the Ryujin brain chip thingy and full manipulation skill points. Anyway, let's check this first. Do you really think the Zealots won't harm the hostages?
Sahima isn't just being held hostage, they're putting her to work. The Zealots aren't stupid. They know what Sahima was involved in, and if they can beat us to that tech, they're going to try.
So the Zealots want to try and also replicate the whatever grav thing that Jinan may have encountered. Okay. Alright. Manipulation. You can't say that with absolute certainty, risking the lives and House Kadik's integrity.
You make a good point, for an outsider. And perhaps I should take your presence here as a sign. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves.
Okay.
Rosma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned.
Why would giving me this information get you reassigned?
Isn't the answer obvious? The Zealots will know the location came from me. All that hard work thrown out the window because someone refuses to undergo negotiations.
Interesting. Alright, well thank you. This information probably will save lives.
It better.
Alright, he is very much a knob, but Razma also a bit of a knob because they've been resisting doing any negotiating because Razma wants to just assault their base. Alright.
You must have gotten the location.
We did. Merrick gave me the name Shadow Station Epsilon and said you know where to find it.
I figured they wouldn't be completely forthcoming. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates.
The Badlands. What are these Shadow Stations?
The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's Crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the Crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others.
Okay, yes, that makes sense. They're all separate. Anything else you can tell me about Shadow Station Epsilon?
Epsilon was once a research station, with a focus on grav drive manipulation.
Right.
The Zealots have since vastly expanded upon it. But it makes sense if they intend to use Sahima to their advantage.
But it almost sounds very logical that they should have figured it out themselves. We shouldn't... Why didn't you try to search Shadow Station Epsilon earlier if it's grav drive focused and that's the whole deal that's been going on here and that is Sahima's specialty? What the hell?
Shadow Station Epsilon is one of many Zealot bases scattered throughout. As I mentioned before, I wasn't willing to risk agent lives in order to scout them all.
Right. Alright, well I'll head there right away.
The sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
Where is this power station?
If memory serves, it's southeast of Shadow Station Epsilon. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Okay, and why this particular power station?
It's a fairly neutral location, and just the right distance from Dazra, so both parties will feel safe. The geothermal stations are also autonomous in nature, so we don't have to worry about unwanted eyes and ears.
Okie well, I'll meet you at the power station when everyone is safe.
Good. Serpent willing, your timing will line up. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Right. Oh, man, so much talking. What's in this room? Bedroom made out of rock. This reminds me of, like the dugout houses and underground hotels and stuff you can get in some of the outback regions of Australia.
Vindicator, a word before you go.
The rock rooms. Yes, Jamal.
Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots?
The Zealots are old members of a once noble house called House Maleen, apparently.
I'm impressed. You've already learned quite a bit from your time with us. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots?
Someone's been withholding information. What a surprise.
I'm glad to see you're well-versed in humanity. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time.
Right.
This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason.
Yes.
And rightly so.
And a dick move. So Rasma has been using and controlling some Zealots for a while, and now she's lost control of them. How did she lose control of these Zealots?
Yes, I'll get to that momentarily.
All right. Tell me more about this situation.
House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots, but the truth is far worse. Rasma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
Wow. Why would Zealots ever back a noble house then?
Rasma would believe they want to reintegrate or even reestablish House Maleen, and she's a fool for it.
Yeah.
The Zealots want nothing but the means to carry out their war. Credits, weapons, and ships. And these very supplies would be used to harm not only your people, but our own as well.
Supplying Zealots is a mistake. They are terrorists.
House Kadik would be condemned should anyone outside our house find out. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Rasma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk.
Yeah, well... Oh, but I'm going to find Sahima so Rasma can take back control, I guess.
And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all.
I agree.
Except on an extermination level.
I agree.
But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind.
Also
we
agree.
need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Why not tell the council and have them put a stop to it then?
Exposing this information to the council would condemn not only Rasma, but House Kadik along with her.
Yeah, and?
I have no wish to tarnish our house or ruin my sister. I simply want to show her the error of her ways.
Yeah, meanwhile the Zealots are killing innocent people that they come across out in the settled systems and anywhere they can find anyone in space. Okay. And so you're expecting me to do something about it?
How astute. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Rasma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Kadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
How infuriating. So, she's suggesting... Hang on, I wasn't quite ready for that. She's suggesting that the hostages die so that House Kadik has to cut ties. Are you insane?
Perhaps you don't understand. These noble houses have existed for generations. The people look up to us to guide them under the will of the Great Serpent. The fall of a noble house would put everything into question. And with the state Dazra is in right now, I won't allow that to happen.
So how is killing your own family any better than what Razma's doing?
Those few lives will be nothing compared to the lives the Zealots will take if House Kadik continues to supply them. Sacrificing them would open my sister's eyes, quelling any sympathy and desire to work with the Zealots. Once Razma no longer sees the Zealots as an ally, the rest will soon follow.
Brutal. I respect it, I understand it, but that is brutal. I thought we need Sahima alive, though.
What we need is Sahima's research, which she has with her. You just need to bring it back.
Oh. Oh, I'm not committing to anything.
Think about it if you must. But if you care about your people, the conclusion as I have. And when you do, just know that we can't afford any loose ends. No witnesses. As far as everyone else is concerned, the hostages were dead when you arrived, and you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name.
Wow. And you think Zealots killed the hostages as a believable story?
Zealots are unpredictable, and their passion to their cause often makes them prone to violence. Whether the Zealots believe it or not matters little, but Razma certainly will.
Is murder everyone your solution to everything?
Of course not. But in this situation, it is the most effective means to an end. As a mediary, I am constantly weighing decisions based on both immediate and long-term consequences. This decision is awful, I know that. But the far-reaching consequences are worth the sacrifice.
You said, if I care about my people. What people are you referring to?
The settled systems, of course. They're the Zealots' #1 target with more victims every day.
Oh, like I said, I'm not committing to anything.
I trust you'll make the right decision. Until then, I'll see you at the negotiations.
Oh. So, we gotta find Sahima at the station first. I thought I had read accidentally somewhere that Sahima can become a follower. I gave myself an accidental spoiler on Reddit, I think. Reading about mods and mod clashes and mod fixes. Whoops. So, we have a dilemma ahead. Save the hostages from House Kadik, who are operatives trying to make friends with the Zealots anyway. Kill the hostages so that House Kadik is forced to cut ties with the Zealots. Which also seems bad. Alright, this wants us to go out there. I want my vehicle. Assuming I'm too far to summon my vehicle? Yep. Let's fast travel back to the vehicle and drive out here then. Midnight Tabby, you vote kill everyone and call it a revolution. I'm open to the idea of it actually, because House Kadik should not be dealing with... What's the way out? Do we drive through here? What's the right way to... Go south and around the city, I guess. South and around the city. Yeah, this one. this way somehow, yeah?
That was thrilling.
There was a tiny jump, Andrasia. Wait till you see some real jumps. There we go. So the operatives are operatives, spies and shit. Are they meant to be trying to do dodgy shit with these zealots in the first place? Don't like the idea that House Kadik is wanting to handle and control the zealots. I just want to kill zealots. I want to wipe out all the zealots. They are bad guys. Ooh, that's a weird bug creature that spawned in. Alright, let's rocket boost
We are
across this.
better when we are faster.
Yeah, faster is good. Alright, smooth landing-ish. We kill the zealots and the hostages. I'd rather expose, to be honest, I'd rather expose House Kadik for doing this dodgy shit. At the location. Alright, we have our super cool Pathfinder Vigilant armor on. Let's go make some noise. Break in. We're going in via the stairs? Don't know. Zealots! Oh, we got toasted. That did not take long. I don't know that I saved when I arrived. I've been doing slow dialogue for so long, I forgot that, you know, you might need to do quick saves and stuff. Alright, load us in. Where did we get to? Sip on some water. Oh, we're back here. Damn it. Back to when we first jumped in the car. Oh, don't hit the people. Just rocket boost out of here, please. There we go. That's the way we want to go.
I prefer it when we are boosting.
Me too. I prefer it when I'm boosting in the right direction. Ow. It's a seaweed farm. Okay. As you can drive around, it's pretty rough terrain. Only because we're using a modded vehicle, the Rev 9. Love this vehicle, by the way. Can we boost over so much and avoid a lot of crap? Is it a real ship or something that just looks like a ship? It's got Stroud Eklund parts in it. Steal it? Alright, quick save. I think it's a fake ship. Awkwardly placed. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, can we? Hold our breaths. Yay, snipe. Let's make Grizz proud. I haven't done stealthing for a while. Midnight Tabby, you're finally feeling tired. Think you'll finally get to fall asleep prior to midnight and 1 AM. Oh, that sounds glorious. I hope you do as well. Even sleep is always a challenge for me. I always struggle with it. Last couple nights I've been super tired and it has worked. No idea what tonight has in store. Zealot. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed again.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Alright, well, game on then. Heal up. Somehow we've marked and Erasure with the... Wow, no idea what the hell hit us. This is interesting. Maybe buggy in a way? Like, why are we getting one shot from full health to being one shot? Shouldn't happen. I know we're on hard difficulty, but there's hard difficulty, then there's just bullshit mechanics. Alright. Stealth took that one down. Quick save. Keep a lid on it. But I do like taking out zealots. There was a turret somewhere. That's the wrong button. There we go. We can see the laser beam from a turret somewhere. There it is. We shoot through the fence. We can, but it is super durable.
We are a very effective team, are we not?
We are indeed. That's a lot of red spots over there, all trying to get us. Okay. Let's take it easy. Oh, there's a sniper. That'll do it. Oh, there's... Might have been what killed us before. We might have got headshot before. Wow, sniping's not working for us. Okay, let us call in some reinforcements.
That is a wonderful.
Let's go, team. Action. Set them on fire. That's going to do some good damage. And upgrade some of our skills. Set them on fire, yes. Heal up. Quick save. Ow. You could hear a turret back there.
My arm is broken.
Oh, trauma pack. Heal up quickly. There's a turret. Oh, rude. More heals. Ooh. Now these guys are tough. We're setting them on fire, but it's really not doing much damage. Well, we could otherwise void form and rush them. I really thought that... Okay. We're upping some of our combat skills. So our combat skills are the skills I've neglected the most in this game because I just didn't really need to focus on them. We got them on fire, so that's good. Yeah, until now, it just hasn't been that hard. Alright, let's do this. How about... time? Yeah, maybe a phase time. Slowing down time's always fun. Ooh, we should... That's right, because we are hungry and thirsty. Eat some food. Beef. And drink some... Oh, shit. There we go. Some wine. That'll do. Slow time. Bring the noise. There you are. go. That's you down. Here. Is there a window there? There we go. Alright, search the area. Oof. Well, it is refreshing to have... That looks weird. It is refreshing to have challenging combat. I'll give him that. And what's wrong? We have physical ailments now. We are bleeding. One of those. That'll fix some of that. Bleeding and infection.
No more signs of trouble.
Yes, there is, Andrasia. There is very much signs of trouble. Ooh, and Midnight Tappy once again. Success in mouthwashing the cat. Flames tooth hole without out without getting clawed. That's good. Is it because you've enhanced your technique, or the cat is just finally knowing that you're trying to help her? Turret down.
I heard something.
Yeah, there are some more out here somewhere. There we go. Oh, there you are. Got you on fire. That's it.
You died.
Find the damage, that's fine. Take those little... Shotgun, particle beam to the face. Another slap. There we go. Throw a grenade. That's it. Got one of you. That's got the other one. Ta-da! Alrighty. So the cat, no, she managed to grow 8 legs while she tried. You're just getting good at holding it down, so she's pinned. Excellent. Well, if it works, it works. Alright, so the Zealots have the lighter colored version of the Varun armor. Anything good here from an armor perspective? No.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Alright, turret control. Well, we've already killed them all, so that's useless to us now. Laser weapon is going alright, though. What else are we going to find? Did you pick? Still got some pain from our injuries. Hopefully they'll heal soon. And GPS says down stairs. Into the facility here. I'm guessing that might be where we come out. Alright, save and in we go. Shadow Station Epsilon. Find Sahima, and then decide if we want to kill her and the refugees. I don't think I can bring myself to do it, to be honest.
What was that?
Oh, they are just... There's so much damage to the face that they are just taking like it's nothing. Oof. Sneak through there. Well, it's going to be more fun to fight. Oh, look at all the red dots on the compass. That's a lot of bad guys.
Hit me, coward!
That turret trying to shoot at us? Is there more turret controls we can finagle to our side?
I hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
It's not gonna matter if we're discovered, Andrasia.
Good
one. Look out. I accidentally set fire to Andrasia. Oh, hit him in the face.
You can't hope to win.
Radiation poisoning gained. Oh, rude. Somehow we missed twice with a shotgun at point blank range. Didn't miss that time.
You cannot beat me.
So that's when that vent comes out if we had snuck through. Robot control. Yeah, this will be handy. Let's get some robots on our team. Update friend or foe. Recalibrate. Thank you. They will now protect us. Activate units. Bring the noise. Let's see. I don't know where they are, but...
Bring it.
Oh. Yes. Ooh, turrets. We don't have turret control, though. These are all super high-level dudes. They are not mucking around. Out, Andrasia. I need to get her a more powerful weapon. She doesn't seem to do a lot of damage.
Your sins against the rest of the throne!
Elemental damage doesn't seem to do as much as I thought it should either, but we are getting a lot of XP for each kill. So they are definitely meant to be tough enemies.
I will have your head.
Sounds like they have taken... Whoa! Sounds like they've taken out the robots.
Okay.
Oh. Nearly shot Andrasia. Ow.
I cannot wait to kill you.
Oh, there's so many red dots on our compass. Let's look at these weapons. Do we have a good particle beam weapon for Andrasia? Advanced Razorback Varun Star Shard. Maybe that would be good, because those do a fair bit. Got one for myself. I don't think we can talk in combat, though. I can't change your weapons whilst we are fighting. Let's get some reinforcements.
Truly, the Great Serpent has blessed you.
Let's charge out here. Not a good idea, but we're doing it. Look out.
Done yet?
Having turret control would have made a difference, maybe. Oh, that hurt. Oh, and we died. I was too slow on the heels. God damn.
What was that?
to do all this again? Need to get better at quick saving. I've literally gotten terrible at quick saving because I'm not used to having to do it. Alright, let's... Yeah, maybe we should use some of these explosive weapons around the place too. Problem is, I just have low combat skills. Low weapon bonuses, low damage bonuses. I just haven't needed to in this game until now. Down you go. Oh, I got stuck. Oh, we're on the wrong side of the door.
You can't hope you win.
Where was the security console? Oh, hello. It's here somewhere. Now, I like using the gun bashing from my skills mod because it does a percentage damage. So if they're tough, that's okay. It will still do a percentage of their health bar. High risk, high reward. Alright, where was the console here? Quick save. There's so many zealots in here. They are all so tough. Alright, update friend foe. Recalibrate so they're friendly to us. Remove combat inhibitors. That might make them fight everyone. We'll treat any as a threat. No. Activate. They don't seem to fight any harder. There's no advantage to that. Alright, laser rifle. Shoot him in the face.
My eye! My eye!
You're still alive. They are just resisting the damage over time so much. That thing is still up too. Alright, that's down. Armor penetration skill. All our combat skills are leveling up. Excellent. Keep chewing on some of these health bonuses. And so many shots. That was better. That was only a couple of shots for that guy. Yes, that's better.
Are you prepared to die?
Still so many red dots on our compass. Well, I wanted some action. Be careful what you wish for, because we are getting a lot of action. Whoa! Did you get back up again? Didn't know that was possible. Where are you? I'm going the ground. There's someone prowling around here. Alright. We're going to do... Yes, FaceTime. That will work well. Let's go. Missed. Somehow we're still getting hit by a bunch. And he's disarmed. And we missed. Where did you go? Down you go too. Yes. Good. Oh, there's one. This cheeky bastard got back up. Oh, I see you. See you, baby. Taking it ass.
I failed!
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them in there. Careful running in there. Oh, where did you go? In there? Let's throw... Oh. FaceTime. Compass says there's something through here. Come on, that's it. Dead. Is there another one? Yep, there it is. Alright, that worked. And Andrasia is already in here somehow. Alright, that's better. Okay, let's loot the area. And Andrasia, I do want to give you a different weapon. Are we able to talk or we're still in combat? No, we're still in combat. So maybe if we... Wasn't allowed the heretic to escape. And yes, thank you, Midnight Tabby. I did do a quick save this time. I'm starting to remember. What's this door locked? It's just out here, alright. Reload all our weapons. This is where we busted through before. What dead guy? Here. Ooh, what is this? Like a display case of loot or materials or something. Alright, quick save again.
Find them! They cannot have got this far!
An offering for the great serpent. Look out!
Yes, look out. Oh, I missed. Alright. Drazia is... I think maybe bugged out.
Winner takes all is the phrase, is it not?
Yeah, are you stuck in a really low crouch position? Like... creepily low? Alright, let's just check anything else here. Oh, there's some boobies. Accidentally looted some junk. As you do. That'll do us. Let's continue. We've got a tissue infection gain, so our afflictions are getting worse. Yes, things are not looking great. Let's get one of those and one of those applied. Okay. Ooh, and a tablet. One step closer. The time for the Zealots is here. We have successfully captured their scientist, Sahima Kadik, and put her to work. She will open the doorway to the Great Serpent, when we will be the first to bask in his presence. The traitorous House of Varun will soon grovel at our feet, and we will make all of the settled systems penitent under the Great Serpent's direct gaze. Delightful. Full-blown religious terrorists. Well, I shall enjoy purging them from the universe. Drazia, it's really weird how you're creeping so low. However,
I'm glad to see you.
Yes.
A good team always shares the load.
Yes, they do. I want to give you... So you've got a mag shield, which isn't terrible. I believe your skills are better suited to particle weapons. We have a Varun... Let's get them sorted. We have a Varun... Oh, not a Pain Blade. Longfang. Advanced. A. That's what we want. An advanced Star Shard. Use one of those.
It is always a pleasure.
I think you'll do better. Alright, come on, let's go. That's not the right button. Nope, nope, nope. Do we have a marker? It says to go that way. There were more... I realized the scanner highlighted them like that. Now we've cleared out this area here already, yeah? It wasn't very thorough. Oh, maybe it was. I'm gonna grab all the first aid, that's for sure. It's through here. Okay. Ooh, contraband cache. That's always going to be fun. What's this going to have? Zealot writings, AI adapters, and heretic writings. Yep. Weird place for a storage crate, but all right. Hello. Done a stealth ally kill. And no one's been alerted, so that's good. In there? Oh, there. I see her. Okay. Before we do that, let's see what else we have. It's opened by a computer. Computer. Need a sneeze. Ah, and that's back where we were before. Right. That is not a friendly robo-doggy. Can you kill a guy?
I'm wounded!
No, we cannot. Oh, that's a big weapon. That's one of those heavy star shard gun things. I have one of those. Haven't used it yet. We might. Let's switch to this. Gotcha. Yeah, Starstorm. That's what they're called. Yeah, we have one of those. I feel like this weapon. This is a pretty cool maroon laser gun. Okay. Oh, that's also locked by a computer.
Take
oh,
what you must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
Got a key card though. And ooh, a legendary 1-inch punch Varun Crick Strike laser pistol. That is decent. 1-inch punch is always a win. It turns every gun into like a little shotgun, so it's really powerful when you're in close. I want to fit that to this laser gun. That would be a really cool mod. Okay, quick save. Reload. That's the business.
If you're here to help, that zealot had a key. You have to get me out of here.
Alright, talk to Sahima or kill her. Cool. I don't think I can bring myself to kill her.
Who are you?
Alrighty. I am Vindicator Shade, or I'm your rescue party. Now let's go.
Thank the serpent, but I can't leave yet. It's more than just me. There are others. The zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The zealots were wise in their tactics. Up until now.
The zealots are forcing you to continue your research here?
Well, the Zealots think they are forcing me to continue my research here. They want me to apply my theories to Anasco's scaled Citadel debacle. Somehow they ascertained my previous involvement.
So the original experiment, what exactly are you talking about?
The original experiment. The one that took out half of Dazra and sealed off the scaled Citadel.
Yeah, but what was it?
Surely you must know. I'm sorry. I realize the elders and council members may not be properly disseminating this information. I'm not one for politics, obviously.
Oh, well, good news. The High Council thinks you have all the answers as well.
So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct. I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability. But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me.
Okay, well the Zealots also plan on using you as a pawn in negotiations.
Negotiations? Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House Kadik, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right.
Leadership skill, that's the attitude. Less moping, more positive thinking now. Let's go.
All right. First, we need to free the other hostages. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate Anasco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to.
Ooh, cyber runner skills. So, you're saying you have unlimited access to this base and more.
I've been in and out of every system they have here. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room.
Okay.
I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety.
Good.
You just have to clear out that area first. And the Zealots down there are... different.
Ooh, different. Ooh, how are they different?
The Zealots you'll encounter beyond here are... altered somehow. To be made thus would be to show them the Great Serpent's mercy.
Okay, will the hostages not fight with me?
Some may, but keep in mind that we are scientists. Many of them have never seen true combats and are no longer proficient with weapons. But some, like me, may still be capable. Just don't expect much of them.
Alright, demolition skill says clearing areas is my specialty.
Good. Those skills will prove useful then. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside.
Guarantees? What are you gonna do?
The Zealots have a small network here that I can plug into. They think I've been working on my research, when really, I've been formulating a virus that will shut down this entire base. And their ships.
Ooh, that's risky though. What if the Zealots catch you?
I'm more than capable of handling myself. Besides, the Zealots think they need me, so my life isn't in danger. If I'm not out there when you free the hostages, just come back for me.
Yeah. Alright, sounds like a plan.
And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships.
Okay, sounds good, but why not set your remote device to sabotage the Zealots earlier?
These are Zealots we're dealing with. The only reason they even have hostages is to make sure I stay in line. I couldn't threaten them without knowing the others were safe.
Okay, okay. Give me your research in case you don't make it.
No way. It's probable that we'll make it, and when we do, I'm handing this over to a familiar face. No offense.
Yeah.
Now move it. You've got hostages to free.
So either kill her or free her. Alright, I don't have it in me to kill her. Oh, when we can't unlock it, can we steal her passcode? Can we pickpocket Sahima? No. We would have had to have killed her to unlock her computer to get her passcode, I think. Alright, free some hostages this way. Come on, weirdly broken Andrasia. We'll reset her later or in between streams. Ooh, these are redeemed. We are still stealthed. Load. We are doing sneak damage each time.
I'm hit.
Oh, he's found Andrasia.
Not the best you can do. Curse you.
Legendary or elite version. Forged. Might be
Profit
better than
is
a...
never necessarily the aim, but if there is something worth taking.
Interesting. Now these redeemed. Ooh, they are not classed as being human. So my looting mod cannot loot their armor. Ooh, but they are different. Look at that. They have some augmentations amongst them. Interesting. So yeah, she's turned into a pretzel crab, so Treasure is definitely bugged out and being weird. Alright, this guy. Oh, I was too slow on the power attack. So I do want to get more melee power attacks and stuff in so we can up our takedown skill and our concealment skill. For getting more stealthy goodness. Alright, we still need to cure some of our ailments. What have we got? Red, purple, and orange. Let's try one of those. That go to work. Let's do our med kit. Extreme difficulty with maximum extreme ailments as well. Right, now, do we need to reload this? Nope, that's where we need to go. We are obviously in the wrong room. Is that another... Free the hostages. Is freeing them, or are we killing people? Oh, we're just freeing them, okay.
Serpent, be merciful. Has help finally arrived?
Help has indeed arrived. Oh, there we go.
Who are you? You aren't a zealot. Who are you?
Gavin Kadik is his name. Alrighty. Sahima sent me. I'm getting you out of here.
Thank the serpent. So that means she's safe?
Yep. So far so good. Is this all of you?
If only. There were more of us down in the caves.
Of course. What do you know about these redeemed zealots? They're pretty full on.
We haven't been able to observe much. They are physically superior, stronger, faster. They ignore pain and are resistant to things that would take any normal person down in an instant. I'm not sure what the zealots have done to create them, but
I would surmise the process was less than pleasant.
Interesting. Alright, well, Sahima is safe. She's granting us access to an elevator in order to escape.
I wish it were that easy.
Ugh.
The Zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the Zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely.
Alright. And you don't want to help?
I'm afraid we're quite useless here. They've been starving us, keeping us weak. Probably for just such an occasion. I fear more for the ones they've taken to the caves.
Okay, anything I should know about the Zealots down there?
Another Redeemed is stationed down there, along with a few other Zealots and a Model S.
Model S. Okay, so Dogbot, Redeemed Cyborg thing. Alright, I'll clear the path.
We'll be ready.
Yeah, you will.
The Great Serpent has answered our
If only I could fight alongside you.
I have faith in you.
Alright, so we're going down this way. At least there's plenty of first aid supplies lying around, which is oddly strange. Okay. What can we see? There's a guy. In the face! Excellent. There's a Redeemed. Sneak up on a Redeemed. I can do a lot of damage. Ooh, there's... That did a fair amount of damage, but...
Jinan, protect us!
Still... tanking it like a boss. We're still stealth. We're still in caution. Let's see if I can sneak up and do some big
You die today.
melee hits. Though if they're in combat, takedown damage buffs won't be in effect.
Give up already.
Okay, getting anything? Oh, is he gonna come up here and find us? Yeah, those Redeemed sound intense. Ooh, what do we got up here? There you are.
Take your best shot.
Burn him. Ouch. These elites are so tough. Crazy tough.
Bring it.
We do get a good XP for taking him out, so at least there is some reward, but holy balls.
The accursed has been hit.
I cannot wait to kill you.
I've been shot.
Oh, and he got us. One sign you come up to a boss. Weirdly convenient med supplies. Yeah, that's it. Stacks of ammo, stacks of healing, stacks of armor. Typically means, yeah, boss lies ahead. So we're not doing stealth damage to this guy. He's very focused on Androsia. We grab our... What much as we get.
You die today.
Your abilities are truly amazing.
He's in combat though, so I'm not going to get stealth bonuses against him. But against this bot, we might.
Falling back!
Nope, it didn't work. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, let's slow down time. Where are you? There you are. Mr. Elite. Oh, that's the redeemed. Too much glowing on my screen. Set him on fire. Okay, box down.
Give up.
Where? Whoa, there you are. Oh, he's a. Heretic. At least they have cool melee weapons to loot. Yeah, he's up hiding in there somewhere. That.
You coward.
Anything good in the loggers? Usually not. And no.
Now you will pay.
Alright. Zealots down. Redeemed down. Bot down. Ooh. Loot chest. And tied up zealot in a gun range. Oh, that's pretty full on. Hello. Talk.
Great serpent, protect me.
Set free.
Thank the serpent. I thought I was done for. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. I think we've got everything from the area. Objective is what? Free the remaining hostages. Just what? Down? Ah. Just gotta. We gotta find them. Okay, there's more of them going into the elevator. We just gotta search the area to find more spread out, maybe. There's one.
The great serpent has heard me. Thank you.
An unknown ally. Today, Mihail introduced us to our newest weapon against the heretics. They are called the Redeemed, but it remains to be seen how they live up to their name. Truly, the Redeemed are a weapon, a force to be reckoned with, but is such a fate of one great honor or punishment. They fight and speak with a fervor we share. But while ours comes from a place of passion and conviction, theirs comes from somewhere primal. It is both all they know and all they have. Yeah, so they're pretty messed up, right? So you're free. You're gonna go to the
prayers have been answered.
Yep. Off you go, sir. Now we can join them in the elevator. To the outskirts. We didn't get our boss fight, but we just had tough guys to work our way through. Hello, everybody. How are we all?
You did it! It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
Okay, what have we got? It's time to get everyone back.
Correction, it's time for you to get back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place.
Are you sure you'll be alright?
Of course. I successfully rigged a remote device to shut this whole place down the moment I see a zealot. I just need a moment to make sure everyone is fine.
Okay. Well, they're at the Badlands power station, and you're coming with me.
Have I mentioned I'm sick of people telling me what to do? I'm staying. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
Alright. Fine, you do that. That's the way back in, and that is indeed the short way out, like I suspected when we arrived. I don't know where that ship is, but it's gone. Alright, now we gotta make our way over there. Where is our car? It's over there. Okay. Let's see these weird negotiations through then, huh? Summon vehicle. Away we go. More ships landing. Don't suppose they're going to be zealots, are they? They're going to be zealots that maybe we can take their ship? I don't know. I've definitely parked too far away. Oh, we might park on top of it at this rate. Evening Star. Inaccessible. Unfortunate. Oh well. Would have been fun to steal otherwise.
If Dazra is to recover, everywhere the zealots have infiltrated must be cleansed.
There's a book up there. Let's have a read of that, and then we'll go in the door. Blowy stuff. No, it's healing. First aid. We'll take it, because we actually do tend to consume a fair amount of first aid stuff. Though I do need to perhaps put some skill points into more of our natural regenerative capabilities, but someone found her spine again. Oh, yes. Yes, she stood up straight. I wonder if it's because we zoned through the door or because we got it in the vehicle. Anyway, welcome back to standing upright, Andrasia. Good pickup, Tabby. Alright, let's see what happens in here. Ooh, hello.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news.
Okay. Sahima and the other hostages are indeed safe.
Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is.
UC Captain, Ryujin, because I've done the Ryujin quest line. Nope. Let's go with, I'm the Serpent's chosen vindicator. The only one who can understand Anasko Varun.
You think I care about Anasco Varun, son of a traitor? Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
Natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
Yeah, let's take him out. Sahima, launch the virus. It's impossible to reason with the Zealots.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You launch that virus, and I guarantee blood will spill.
I really hate Zealots. Ooh. That's what I'm hoping for. Never been more sure. And it means that maybe there's no leverage for Razma to have over them in future because they'll be wiped out. Yes, do it, Sahima. Get rid of him.
Prepare to be made dust!
Yes, bring it. Are we fighting? We are fighting. Haha. Yeah.
Someone or something will clean up whatever's left behind.
Well, I'm gonna take all the gear off all of these guys. I like that helmet that other one had. Strip them down. What do you got? That's their spacesuit, which aren't particularly impressive. It's not a bad-looking helmet. It's a bit wide, and the white doesn't go with our current suit, but I do like seeing the new stuff. Now, is this one the one that's a bit busted? Yeah. Got an issue with Zone's mod. I might have to turn off the transparent visor because it's making all their heads invisible. And we've got a suit with a scarf. That is unique. Grab that. Anyway, I'll fix my mods another time. Alright, mission accomplished here. Zealots wiped out, base wiped out, and their ships also wiped out. Give me that cred stick. Razma.
House Kadik is in your debt.
Yes, it is.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Yeah, you do.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you.
Okie dokie. Why do you think they'd appreciate it coming from me, though?
As much as I'd love to gloat, I have enough awareness to know this isn't the time. And I know myself well enough to know that I simply wouldn't hold back.
She just rubbed it in their face. Alright, astrophysics skill. A gravity theory isn't easily grasped by people your age. You should be proud of this.
Oh, I am. Very. I just don't think the High Council is ready for the series of I told you so's that I would surely inundate them with. Plus, I think I'll wait until after they've proven out my theories to approach them on that topic. I'm going to head back home now to check on the others, but maybe come find me later?
Yep. Sure, I'll see you around.
Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
Okay.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance.
Okie dokie. The business with the Zealots needs to end.
And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on.
Damn it.
I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret.
For a price? Ooh. Ooh. No. The council needs to know.
Our relationship with the Zealots has always proven beneficial, especially when it comes to our work at the Ministry of Conjunction. The only reason they gained any semblance of power was due to the gross miscalculations of Anasco and his research team. Exposing this information to the High Council will only diminish House Kadik's power.
Yeah, and we can extort her for 15,000 credits, but I don't want to do that. I don't need the money, and I want the Zealots wiped out. How can you even consider working with them?
Zealots are extremists, but our goals are the same.
Which?
Spread the word of the Serpent and await the shrouding to be embraced. A solid alliance would involve concessions, but more than likely, it would quell their misguided crusade.
No. How is your relationship with the Zealots beneficial anyway?
The Zealots are an effective tool when needed. They're a source of information, a window into your world, and, yes, at times, a blunt instrument.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, so I don't care if it happened. Yeah, I don't care. If it happened once, it can happen again.
Some alliances are worth the risk, but that will be for the High Council to decide, should you decide to play the informant. The others involved know better than to speak of this.
What makes you so confident they'll remain silent?
House ties run deep. Betraying one's house is a display of disloyalty that no house would tolerate. It's a guaranteed way to ostracize yourself in a society like ours.
Sister prefers I didn't rescue. House members are expected to show loyalty. I wouldn't be so sure.
As House Elder, I know my family well enough. We're all well aware of our unspoken agreements. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
Well, let's return. Can we dob her in? How far are we traveling now? Burns have cured. We've still got a bleed effect on. Alright, back to Dazra. Ooh, that got bright all of a sudden. The sun must be coming up. Let's try and fly. Whoop. 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 Try and fly our way. Oh, run out of boost. There we go. As the city map pops into view, there we go.
The device is welcome. It is good to feel that we are making a difference.
We are making a difference. I still want to see all Zealots wiped out. Okie And what have we got here?
You do not understand. I saw Anasco, took measure of his burdens.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the great serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Anasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Vindicator has returned.
Yes, he has.
Were you able to find Sahima?
Are you sure this is going to work?
Theoretically, yes. The science is sound, especially with Sahima's numbers. Either way, we have no choice but to take the risk of failure, as small as it may be. Whatever Anasco did inside the Citadel remains unchecked, and we are all at risk until we can get inside.
Alright, well, here's the research. I was able to get it from Sahima.
Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the morning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves houses Dul Kef and Fathol.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, Anasco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
Yeah.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The Great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed.
Wow. Why must we prove our worth?
To be promised requires more than just faith. This calamity is one test of many we will endure until the shrouding. Just as wine is born from the blood of a grape, our lives are a trial. We must spill our souls before the Great Serpent and countenance his judgment.
Okay. Mr. Faye. No, I don't know if either of you are right. Yes, our works will succeed because they are backed by science, not because of some religious mumbo-jumbo.
I will forgive you for not knowing our customs, but I will not tolerate such blasphemy.
Oh.
But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
Oh, we got an achievement as well. More skill ups. Speak to Inaza. It's our next objective. All right. We're almost leveled up again too. Excellent. That is going to do us for this evening though. We have achieved tonight's goals. I don't know where Andrasia got stuck. Not stuck in the vehicle.
Is everything going smoothly for you so far?
It's a constant. We can't afford even the slightest mistake.
I share both your fears and your experiences. We all do. I don't believe any one of us have worked with so many unknowns.
Shoot laser beams
When I
into...
accepted this challenge, I never realized how great the responsibility would be until we started to assemble the device. I see the look on the faces of our brethren, and know that failure is not an option.
Alrighty. Very good. Save game. That is our Shattered Space, Dazra, Varun Kai activities done for tonight. Almost had my fill of religious angles, but I do like the debates and the dialogue here. I do find the story and the conversations very interesting, so I'm keen to see what happens next. I would say that I think this is some of the stronger writing and activities that we've seen in Starfield. Although there's still a lot of the side content I haven't seen yet, so maybe I'm judging too early. But anyway, it's going well. Cool, so that's it for us tonight. Over the next couple of weeks, I've got a lot of disruption to my schedule, so there's going to be just some sporadic streams, still mostly on Starfield for the next few weeks. Probably as we approach the end of November, we may look to switch to another game to play through. We might talk about that more on our Discord. Discord links are in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. They're also in my About section on my Twitch profile as well. Anyway, no more streams for the rest of this week, unfortunately. I must travel interstate to hang out with family and friends for some celebrations of the utmost notoriety, but I will be back again, intending, I think we'll be streaming next Thursdays. I think it's like 9 days away. It's going to be so weird. Anyway, that's what we're doing. In the meantime, stay tuned to the various mods and this YouTube channel around some of the Starfield mods I'm working on and some of those releases. And yeah, that'll probably do, I guess, for now. Thank you to our sponsors, both on Patreon and our Twitch subscribers. And of course, thank you to our community moderators as well. We are in a great place purely because of all of these people right here. Now, if you're on Twitch, stick around for a few minutes. Let's find someone to raid. Let's give someone some buzz, give them some energy. And in the meantime, I'm hoping to see you in the next episode. But until then, this has been Nerdedness. I've been Shade. You've all been awesome. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you when we continue the next chapter of whatever this is. We'll see you there.